Everyone. My name is Fostina Money. I'm the Global Trade Engagement Director at Betta Grains, and I'm also the founder of a marketplace called Mothers of Africa Mobile Circle. Today, I wanted to take you through our website, www.bettagrains.com, to give you an explanation on how to use that website in order to be able to determine what your market prices will be, and as well as how you can use this website to make informed market decision. And if it's all right with you, I would like to begin by sharing my screen, which is, I believe is, you'll be able to see. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you can see the screen, but I'm trusting that you can see the screen. So initially, when you log into www.bettagrains.com, www.bettagrains.com, you will land on our first page, which is the beans section. This is usually our first page. So in the beans section, you will see that we have listed the different types of beans that we have. We have yellow beans, and we normally give a description of each beans. We have Mwitemania, we have Nyayo, we have Saitoti Roskoko, we have Wairimo, we have Kikara, we have Mwezi Moja, we have Noi beans, we have Njugumawe, we have Gachuma, we have Katilingi, and we have Canadian Wanda. The reason why we started this website was because we realized that a lot of farmers were getting very frustrated in terms they didn't know what the market price is. Also, our idea initially was just to provide market. The second reason why we did this is because we were getting frustrated because we realized many people were just saying the price of bean. Which bean? As you can clearly tell on the website, we have more than 10 beans. And so we decided, you know what, we're going to make a website, we're going to provide market prices. And so initially it was just to give people a picture of the bean, the definition of the bean. And then if you will look with me on this, like for example, we're talking about the yellow beans. Allow me to just make it a bit larger. Yellow beans, we have a picture of the yellow beans. And on the inside, you'll see where we have the Kenya name. We have the Kenya name, and we also have a Tanzania name based on where it's coming from. And so this retail price that we have over here, this is the retail price that we sell for 20 kilos or less, or for the retailer side. The wholesale price is what we sell for 20 kilos above. And sometimes it's not cast on stone based on who's buying and who's selling. That is basically what it is. We report. So you will find our retail price is going to be higher than the wholesale price. And then we also quote the price per bag. We also report on the prices that the Ministry of Agriculture reports on the prices. Why? Because we found that this is very useful information. We have people who are calling us from Elgeyo Marakwet or Kajiado who want to bring yellow beans into Nairobi. It's important for them to be able to calculate and see, if I bring this commodity to Nairobi, will I be able to sell? So it is important that you look at if you're coming from these other countries, you look at the wholesale price and then deduct. That should be the final. The wholesale price is less our markup, and then less your transport, and then now whatever it is your markup, and then whatever it is that you're harvesting, your harvest costs are. It's important that you study this, because if Kisumu is buying at a better price, and if you can handle transportation and logistics of taking it to Kisumu, then you're better off selling in Kisumu. We also report on the prices that RATIN reports on. RATIN is a USAID-funded agricultural market information system. We give the prices that they report for Kenya, for Uganda, for Tanzania. We also have partners that we work with, FarmGain from Uganda, we work together in establishing market prices. They also report on prices, and we usually have indicated. So this is where you will find the prices of everything that you need. On our website, this black line, I noticed it's something sometimes people don't see. If you're running this on a mobile phone, I'm trying to see if I can get in to the mobile size. If you're running this on a mobile phone, for example, what you will notice is that the menu may not be there, but if you come here at Betta Grains every low prices, if you see this arrow here, if you point, it should be able to take you to the different pages that you need to do. So I wanted to be able to point that because I will notice quite a number of our people browse the website using mobile phones, and sometimes they're stuck, they're wondering where the other commodities I'm looking for. So this is what it would look like on the mobile phone. You come to this down arrow and you would pick rice and then the various commodities. That's how you navigate. So on this particular one, I've navigated to rice. Again, we have the different types of rice that we have. They're all listed here. And you can see we have quite a number of rice products. We have the legumes. I know bean is a legume, but we needed to find out of separating. So this is where you will find out the prices of our green grams, the different types of green grams. You'll find jahe, you'll find dengu special, you'll find kamande lentils, you'll find mung dal and chana dal, which is or saina, as some people call it, the split chickpea. We also have peas, and this is where you will find our cowpeas, the red, the white, the black-eyed peas, brown. We also have pigeon peas, we have Malawi peas, and also we have the green peas, the binjis, the dried peas. Again, if you navigate over to the maize and corn, this is where you will find our maize prices. Again, we report from even as far as DRC and Malawi. You have the price of Mudokoi, we have yellow maize as well, and we have popcorn prices here listed again. If you will notice on our website, initially when we started, we just wanted to give an indicative price. So we were reporting at the price of 100 shillings, Kenya shillings for $1 US, but that has not changed. And that's why if you notice over here, we have the currency converter, which is able to help you find the accurate price, and I will be taking you through that to see. The other thing that you need to be aware of, excuse me, is our milled flours. We have white maize meal, and we report on the price. We also have the unsifted maize meal, the whole meal. We also have a price for that indicated. We have the extra fine maize meal, which is called baridi, the maize meal that is normally used for making porridge. We have what is called pure wimbi. We have grade 2 wheat. We have cassava. We have sorghum. We have wimbi mix. We have sour. We have mawele. We have omena flour, which is sardine flour. We have groundnuts and sorghum meal together. We have soya flour. We have terere or amaranth. We also have baobab fruit powder or mabuyu. We have tafai, which is stinking netto, and we also sell Nigerian gari for our Nigerian customers. Next, you will see that we have groundnuts. Most of the groundnuts are coming to Kenya from Tanzania or Malawi. Kenya, unfortunately, is a high-cost producer of groundnuts. So you'll find that the groundnuts from Malawi, from Kisumu and Meru, are unable to compete with the ones from Malawi. So here, this is where we give the price listing of our nuts, including jugumawe or sibande, or which is called the monkey nut, but is really a type of a bean. So that's where you'll find. Then you will find the grains, the millets, the sorghum, and all that stuff. It's all listed there. We've also included cassava chips as well. Both the fermented and the fermented, as well as the baobab seeds, because the people actually buy that as well. This page really talks about us, and then this really talks about our policy, our privacy policy, where we collect the data. So allow me to go to the bean section, and I wanted to show you, to explain what about the currency converter. But one of the things we really have to be very careful for, if there's a sector that is full of conmen and thieves, is the grain sector. So you have to be very, very careful who you're dealing with and how we've been conned a number of times. Because conmen have actually become, and fraudsters have become very, very savvy. So when you're running, when you're interacting or with your online, you need to be very, very careful. So for us, we realized, like for example, we realized there were certain people were asking us for quotations, and then they were using our logo to do all sorts of things. And so for us, one of our security measures that we put in, we just decided the numbers that you see here are the numbers that you can strictly get in touch with. And below here, we have a currency converter. The reason why I put a currency converter is because I realized a lot of people were having a hard time. Okay, so how do I'm in Malawi, I'm in DRC, how do I get this to work? Or I'm in the US, how do I get this to work? So what we normally do is if you take, like, for example, the yellow beans, which is 120 shillings, and you want to change it from the Kenyan shilling to the US dollar, it comes to that. But sometimes you want to also find the price in terms of from US dollars to Kenya shillings. You will just come from US dollars, and let me pick Malawi kwacha. I'm having a difficult time finding Malawi. Yes, Malawi and kwacha is there. So for example, if I look at the yellow beans here, for example, I'm saying my retail price is 1.2 shillings, US dollars, sorry. It tells me that is going to be 963.82 Malawi kwacha. So the reason why we put this is because we wanted to be able to help people convert for themselves, because the prices keep fluctuating, and we did not want to find ourselves, because as you can see, there's a lot of prices for us to keep changing, and neither did we want to automate them, because we wanted to keep the website very simple so that people can just get what they need to do. So this is only really much work that you will need to do when you're on the website. We also handle global and local trade facilitations. We have people who've reached out to us as large volume buyers and sellers. What we normally ask is that they email marketing at Betta Grains the information. The reason why we ask them to provide their business registration, a soft copy of the business license and tax PIN, is because we want to make sure that we are dealing with legit customers. If you do not provide us with these documents, we're not going to be able to work with you. We are very unapologetic about it. Why? Because we need to make sure that we're working with legit companies. Then secondly, if we're going to take the time and provide you with a proper quote, we want to know that these people who are not committed. Usually people who are reluctant to send these documents, they're just price shopping. And so because, again, our core business is not giving market prices, our core business is selling, and that is because our core business is not giving market prices. We believe the website has enough information for you to be able to find what it is that you need. The other thing you need to remember about the website, these are prices. These are grade 2 prices. These are not grade 1 prices. These are not export quality prices. For those you would need to, if you're looking for large volume trades, you need to go to the Mothers of Africa mobile soko. That is where you would find the large volumes that are posted there for trade facilitation. The second thing is the reason here we have again explained ourselves. We said Conman and Fosters are really in the grain sector, so we strictly work with legally registered companies. We are absolutely unapologetic about that. Then we also have trade advisory and business consulting services. One of the things we realized, it wasn't even like, for example, things that start how to run a cereal shop. We were helping people to start cereal shops because they were our customers, but with time going on, we realized that people were running into problems. They were getting conned. We were also facing a lot of people who were coming to us. They want to get into the business, and they really didn't quite know where about to go that. And because of that, we decided to spin off a company that is called Fostina Money Investments, which is what I handle. This is where we do trade advisory services, and we are also doing business consulting. And if you look over here in this sector where it says how to start and run a cereal shop, this is where now you will find information on the training courses that have been developed to do that. If you want to do large volume trade, this is where you'll also find a program that has been done that. And then also, again, we also get a lot of research questions and surveys. And one of the things that we've had to do is we realize that if we spend the whole day responding to questions and surveys, we will not be able to sell, we will not be able to serve our customers. And the truth is, a lot of these research questions and surveys are really looking at our technical expertise. They want to know the knowledge that we have in terms of providing market information. And again, if you're serious and you want to really engage us, you need to book an appointment and follow the necessary logistics to be able to sit down with us, and we can answer all the questions that we have. But again, you need to realize that when you're taking our time, you're taking our time out of our selling. So you need to also be able to to pay the necessary fees that are associated with engaging us in terms of finding and learning more about our expertise. The other things that we do is that we also blog and post a lot. This is something that we've been doing for a while. We used to do the trade analysis, but we realized also people are beginning to enjoy a lot of other stories, and this is what we've been beginning to do, and we're beginning to post. And allow me, one of the things I wanted to take you through is what we used to do. It's called the Eastern African Regional Grain Trade Analysis. We initially were doing this to be able to advise people on. It was actually a hobby, just something that we thought would be fun to do, because we realized people were not understanding market prices. So we started doing it as a fun thing, and eventually it picked up. But our goal was really to simplify information for farmers so that they're able to make informed decision when they're going to the markets. And so with time, it's become very popular. And of course, it was taking time. So we had to sit back and start thinking, so how do we begin how do we handle it? How do we recover the costs associated to running it? And we will soon be relaunching and as a subscription base for those who particularly or want to consume the content. They're free to be able to do so. We will have a summarized version of it, but increasingly we have noticed that a lot of the commercial attachés, the Ministry of Agriculture, and many others have been reaching out to us to see how can you give us more information about a particular thing. And so these are some of the things that we're really beginning to work with. We will be developing more programs to see how can people get more involved in international trades, and this is where you will be able to find what we're working on. Allow me to take you through one of the analysis that we did. I believe it was I'm trying to figure out, for 22nd of June 2018. Let me just speak in that may not be the right one. Yeah, so I'll give you an example like this one. So this is what basically the trade analysis looked like. What we did is we realized we used to report how many the movement of grains from the different locations, and we realized the numbers were getting a bit difficult for the farmers to read. So we decided to come up with a picture of it, and basically this is what it really looks like. So over here, we realized that there was movement of grains from Uganda to DRC, from Rwanda, from Kenya, from Tanzania and Uganda. And basically, we just started drawing the arrows, and we realized this was helping people get a more informed decision on the movement of grains and where they could buy more of their product. It's become very popular, but as you can imagine, it was taking a lot of time to be able to do it. And so we had to stop. The other challenge we also had is we ran into a lot of problems with people unwillingness to share data with us. The analysis had become very popular with very many people. And so people started saying this is because it was really addressing a need that people had really encountered. So for those of you who are really interested in doing international trade, so this is a place that you can actually visit and begin to look more into. The other one that I think would be of interest to a lot of farmers was and traders was the table. The table is to provide the high markets, the top high markets, and the top low markets, and then other markets. And so what it did, it used to be able to tell people which is the profitable market to be able to sell your meat. So like, for example, if you're in Kenya and you can see in Juba, it's selling at 179, this is potential business for you. And you could actually see that, and this would indicate how much was being traded. And as you can see, there's a lot of trade in terms of red beans, in terms of maize, millet, and sorghum. And so basically, we used to provide this to be able to help people make informed business decision. The other one that came up was this one. We used to get a lot of queries. People were asking, I'm looking for this much. This is the price that I want. I'm looking for this much. So we initially just started creating a table to be able to share this knowledge. And you would be very surprised to realize that this is how now our Mothers of Africa mobile Soko involved, because we realized that we had gotten actually a platform that would be able to serve our customers better. So in a nutshell, that is how you can use the Better Grains website. You can run across, you can find the prices of rice, the different types of beans, legumes, peas, maize, milled flour, nuts, grains, and nuts. Or alternatively, you can also use it to do a bit of trade analysis to be able to see what are the movements, and we will be picking that up. We also blog on various issues that we think of interest to us, and we will be spending more time in serving you better. I think one of the things, the way our business has evolved, it wasn't intentional. We started out by sorting a problem that farmers had, and then the traders came in and we tried solving another one. And now people are wanting to open more cereal shop. And for us, we're very excited because our goal is to be able to just serve people and to be able to help them. I think one of the things we've learned in sharing our information, there's a lot of benefits that we've really been able to obtain from this exercise. Again, allow me to end over here. If you have any questions, kindly email admin@fostinamoney.com. Again, my name is Fostina Money. It's such a pleasure to be able to serve you. I'm the Global Trade Engagement Director at Betta Grains, and I'm also the founder of Mothers of Africa Mobile Soccer. And again, our goal is to be able to serve you in whatever capacities that we have. We want to say thank you for taking the time to listen to us. God bless you. We are constantly praying for you, and it's such an honor and pleasure to be able to just use the gifts, the talents, and the skills that God has given us in being able to better serve you. We continue to pray for you. God bless you, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.